this is a whole circus that's been going around Jake Paul for however long he's been doing the boxing for. And a lot of people expected this, and it was indeed his toughest test. A lot of people thought this would be Jake Paul's undoing. This is with his fourth professional fight. Everyone he's fought before, they haven't got any boxing background. They are athletes, no real boxing background. Tyron Woodley is a former UFC welterweight champion, a legitimate athlete, a legitimate competitor with knockout power. Many thought this would be Jake Paul getting knocked out, but it wasn't. This was Jake Paul, who, this is his 3-year anniversary of taking up this sport, showed that he can hang inside the ring with someone who is fought at a high level. He took a big shot in the 4th round. He didn't go down. He showed he's got something of a chin. And tonight, he outboxed Tyron Woodley. I mean, a lot of people are shocked, but a lot of people said that this was what they saw coming.
Yeah, fair play to him. I mean, I've only seen the highlights of the fight, but, you know, to get in with a sort of a proper fighter, I looked at Tyron Woodley and he's in great shape. He wasn't like the last guy fought who come in, he had a beer belly and everything. This was a proper fight. And I see the shot that Jake Paul took as well. And fair play to him, didn't go down. He showed he's got a chin. You know, you have to give him some sort of respect, right?
Absolutely, 100%. This is a fight. This is a competitor who's really split the boxing world. A lot of people look at what Jake's doing, the money he's making, the platform he's being given, and say this is a whole disrespect to the sport. But then a lot of people say, no. I mean, again, he's 3 years into his career. And Jamie, as you said, he went there tonight and he showed that he's working on his skills. He took some shots. He's competing at an incremental level. And look, a lot of young boxers, a lot of young fighters should be looking at this in terms of how they promote their fights. I mean, the media attention around this, of course, Jake's got a big background, but the content they'll be putting out, the way they're handling themselves, a lot of people could learn a lot from Jake Paul right now.
Yeah, but one of the problems that many of the boxing fraternity have is that he hasn't come through a traditional route and he's taking up space that another boxer may well be able to occupy. I think he even said it last week, I want to be the ultimate prize fighter. Is that the way forward in terms of the way that boxing should be communicating with a younger audience, or should we be enhancing the way that the ladder works so that someone can build a reputation through the existing structures?
I think there's two different camps here. Look, I don't think anyone should look at the action inside that ring tonight and go, this is an example of fantastic boxing. Far from it. But we've got to look at this. What is it? Is this a sport or is this entertainment? Those things are two different things. People pay money to watch sport because they want to be entertained. And tonight, Jake Paul has entertained us all. Again, the circus that's let us into this has been far more than just entertaining. So, look, I don't think we want to lose sight of the grassroots boxing, how we bring young fighters through. Far from it. But Jake is bringing in a new audience, a younger audience, an audience from a whole different background who may not have previously explored boxing. And we hope that they get the taste for this sport and will, start to explore other fighters, other cards, and we get a bigger audience for boxing. Look, Sam, absolutely. Let's not think that this is the route that we want boxing to go long term, that you need to be a social media star just to enter the ranks. No. But is this entertaining? Is this opening up new avenues and giving opportunities to fighters? Absolutely.
What about Tommy Fury? I know he won on points. That was obviously a fight that they're potentially talking about having next, him and Jake Paul. Did he do enough to maybe get himself in the picture for a fight against Jake Paul? Or was he just not quite there yet?
Look, Jake, the press conference is just finishing up now with Jake Paul. I don't think Jake is convinced. Jake has just said that he'll see how the pay-per-view buys have done over here in the UK. If Tommy's managed to sell a whole load of pay-per-views, they'll consider it. Look, the guy that Tommy was fighting tonight is not a boxer. He's one of Jake Paul's competitors. He's a competitor with an MMA background. It should have been a pretty easy fight. Tommy went the distance, went 4 rounds with him. Was it impressive? Tommy looked good, but he didn't get it finished. It wasn't the highlight reel victory that he was perhaps looking for. Jake Paul is not convinced right now.
What about Daniel Dubois?
I mean, look, this is his US debut. He went in there 2 minutes, knocked out his opponent. I mean, Dubois is now looking to reset, of course, after that Joe Joyce loss. And he went in there and he showed some fireworks. Again, the opponent he was going up against was someone he should have beat, but that's the kind of victory he was looking for, to go out there, to make a statement, good knockout, first US fight. Yeah, Dubois will be moving forward. Is he an opponent for Jake Paul down the line? Absolutely not.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.